Okay, here we go. Ready,
Think-
set,
Ready?
and
Ready?
it's all you. It's
Ready?
all on.
Go.
Go. Go.
Yeah. So good. So this next topic here from Popular Mechanics, I found just today, early today. Elon Musk says that Tesla Roadster will use rocket thrusters. No surprise there. However, he confirmed, as much as Elon confirms, that it will hit 0 to 60 in 1.1 seconds. Yep, you heard that right. That's literally 1 second faster than the other fastest road car, which I believe is the 918 Spider, the hybrid, I think. But anyway, there you go. Elon basically what right to you.
Yeah.
And he typed this guy back. So basically, Zach, he asked 1.1 seconds 0 to 60 is insane. Is this true? Didn't put a question mark there, but hey, I won't knock him for it because Elon replied, yes, and that's with the SpaceX rocket throster option package. It will be safe.
Did you just go grammar? Did you?
Probably not wise for those with a medical condition, same as a hardcore coaster. Yeah, these are the things that go through my head when I read this. So yeah, I'm gonna say it. Yeah, is this true? It's like a statement rather than question.
No, I get it. Just make sure. Just make
sure. But anyway, that's me. But if you guys know, we just talked about the Tesla Roadster.
Yes, going to the museum.
Last show actually, because it's one of the prototypes is in the Peterson Automotive Museum in LA right now, actually.
Correct.
And it's there, and people can see it. And actually, I believe this guy Zach, actually, he's tagged that picture from the museum. So I believe, it's pretty cool.
That's what he did.
Yeah, pretty cool. So there you go. I mean, I mean,
we have we have to discuss
1 second. We've talked about it before, right?
Right.
How the thruster's going to work.
Right.
He hasn't said anything about that.
Right.
But to have a car that's road legal, and again, the SpaceX package probably not going to be road legal, depending how it actually works.
Right.
But anyway, to have it go literally 1.1 second. I didn't say this to you first because I ran across it earlier, and I actually forgot to mention it till just now, but I ran across another article that was tagging off of this and said, should there be a limit for street cars, how quick they can accelerate, right? There's top speed limiters.
Whoa, no.
There's top speed limiters, but then now, if we're getting like near 1 second 0 to 60.
Nope. I will say this. Okay, here
people
first.
Can easily wreck themselves.
And people do. But here's the thing, right? So I look at this two different ways, right? I look at it the fact that any car that's going 0 to 60 in 1.1 seconds, if it's doing it by natural means, which means tires actually having to spin to a point to produce enough traction where there's enough torque and horsepower developed and transferred to the road surface where you can accelerate, then I don't see this being an issue. And to actually answer your question, should there be limiters? You could put in GPS limiters that say basically that feature is only unlocked on areas where it's acceptable to do so. Okay, but I think if you're a paying customer,
I'm just telling you there was a article I read.
Yeah, but that's fine. Okay, but here's the bigger point about this one, right? So he says, and this is from Elon Musk, an earlier tweet on June 9th in 2018. He says SpaceX option package for new Tesla Roadster will include 10 small rocket thrusters arranged seamlessly around the car. These rocket engines dramatically improve acceleration, top speed, braking, and cornering. Maybe they'll even allow Tesla to fly. So here's the thing, right? 0 to 60 through natural means, which means claw grabbing traction. Get it? And that's hard to control enough as it is. Throwing cold thrusters on this thing that would have to, at the same time as you're increasing thrust, I would hope automatically increase downforce so that it would allow the car to not take flight, because you're almost getting launched literally like you would off of a carrier deck. Now, sure, I granted that a lot of this could be just the jet package producing downforce and maybe a minimum amount of thrust, because the electronics in the Tesla Roadster obviously can propel it very quickly. But man, I don't know if I want to be on that ride before I've tested it, kind of thing. I mean, I don't want to do it.
I'd be curious to see the center of gravity of the Tesla Roadster, which would relate exactly to what you're saying, because if everybody's seen those old like muscle cars that are drag cars where they drop the clutch at the starting line and then they pop a huge wheelie, right? Well, that's because they got a lot of weight above the thrust line, right?
Correct.
Hence pulls that front end up and blah blah blah. So I'm talking about physics here, which doesn't really imply. We don't even know how the car really looks or where the thrusters go.
True.
But I mean, I'm just brainstorming here. But the 1.1 second is just awesome. I mean, I mean, when I mentioned that earlier, I think I'll find it in here. Yeah, the 2015 Porsche 918 Spider. That's
Right.
at 0 to 60 2.1.
This is a full
That's
second
fast,
faster.
right?
This is a full second
Let's not
faster.
say 2.1 is slow. That's quick. And
Sure.
here we go, 1.1 second. I mean, currently, I think what is the newest Model S Plaid Plus is 1.8. I think, is that right?
So yeah, but here's the thing. I just saw a rolling race the other day on CarWow where they took the Taycan, not the turbo, the new Audi e-tron, and they put it up against a Tesla. And the funniest part was the Tesla lost technically only because it's limited to 155 miles an hour and 0 to 60. But on perfect launches, it beat those two cars. It handily was beating them down to the mile point until they actually kicked in their second, speed on their transmissions and so on and so forth. So look, Tesla's, they've got everything that they need to make this happen, right? I'm just curious about how much those rocket thrusters can really do, where they're going to place, just like you. And yeah, the center of gravity, I don't think this thing's going to pull a wheelie, but I think that they're going to have to be very calculative, is because look, if you hit a button, right, and this thing just cold sprays you 85 to 175 pounds of downforce just before this thing hooks up, that might be enough to change the entire equation, right?
Yeah,
that could be.
For some other random food for thought, and I have not calculated this myself, I'm just reading the article from Popular Mechanics. They're down here talking about basic G-forces, because now we're literally, we're talking no movement at all to 60 in 1.1 seconds. So
right,
they're down here, and they've got the Futurism, another website that, again, haven't checked this, but they say they calculated the rocket boosted Roadster would produce roughly about 2.5 Gs on that jump to 1.1 to 0 to 60. Now, knowing a little bit about how that works on the human body, the human body can stand a whole lot of Gs for a short amount of time.
Yes.
And it's the longer those Gs are sustained, the less Gs you can sustain, the maximum amount of Gs.
Correct.
So honestly, 2.5 I'm not worried about that at all, because even people that might be at higher risk for problems, and I'm not a doctor, but just saying, if you're only gonna pop it, slam it down until you get to 60, then off, literally you're looking at 2 seconds, maybe the average person reaction times.
Yes.
You're I think you're still fine.
Well, how about this? Even better.
It's gonna be super quick though.
What about your zero? So if your 0 to 60 is 1.1, I'm gonna assume that your 0 to 100 is gonna be world record beating anyhow. Right after that, because you only got 40 more miles to go, and you're killing it, right? You're on top of it.
Yeah, even if these thrusters only operate long enough to get it to 60.
Yeah.
You're still slamming past 60. I mean,
you're gone.
I mean, so I don't know, man. It's crazy.
All right, so the Tesla Roadster is going to be pretty quick, but what's more interesting than that is the fact that it seems like if you're going to be in the EV category, though, you have to start talking about performance, right? And we've covered a lot of the VW stuff here. So remember, like, subscribe, and share, and help us out as the channel grows. Matter of fact, we are one sub short. What are we at? Like, I think we're at 189. We're just one short of 190 at this point, and it's been growing very, very nicely. So here's the thing, right?